Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I done this smoked out eyeshadow look and I absolutely love it. So if you'd like to see how I done this, then please just keep on watching and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And sorry for the shakiness because I am holding it to record because I just videoed all this and then put all my stuff away and then remembered that I had to film my intro and couldn't be bothered getting it all back out, so I thought I would just film it holding it. So sorry for the shakiness right now, but it will be back in a second. So I've already done my eyebrows with the Collection eyebrow kit and carved them out with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and then just powdered it with my NYX loose setting powder. For eyeshadow today I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette, and this is Iconic Division, and I used this in my testing Makeup Revolution, so I thought I'd use this one today and use like the shades that aren't like the green ones. To start off with, I'm going to take this shade in my crease and I'm just going to take this on my Real Techniques brush, and I kind of just want this to be like a sort of washed out colour because I'm wanting to do like a smoky eyeliner look. So I'm going to be going in with this kind of peachy shade next, and I'm just going to apply this right here and slightly along the eyelid. And I'm just wanting to really blend this out. Then I'm going to be going in with this purpley shade here, and I'm going to use that on a smaller brush. And I'm just going to tap that off because that looks quite pigmented. And I'm just going to do the exact same but have it slightly lower down than that first shade that we put on. So I'm going to go back in with that peachy shade that we used, and I'm going to use this just to blend that shade out more. So I'm going to go back in with that purple shade, and I'm just using a different mirror so that I can see closer, so that I can really see where I'm placing it. I'll move a little closer. Then I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and just blend up around here to blend out the crease shade a little bit more, but also to blend out the eyeshadows here. And then I'm just going to blend out along my eye just to blend everything out nicely. Then just back in with that purple. I do want to like make it more noticeable, so because I think I'm going to go in with the next purpley browny shade, and it is darker than this, so I'm going to be putting it underneath this. Then I'm going to go in with this little brush here, and I'm going to be picking up this shade here. As you can see, it is a slightly darker purple, but it kind of looks a bit more brown at the same time, and I'm going to use that on this brush so that I can be a bit more precise with it. And I'm going to just start off by doing the line as if I'm doing eyeliner, and then whatever's left on my brush I'm just going to blend it in the way so that we kind of are doing eyeliner but not really, and then blending it up to blend it out. Then I'm going to go in with that brush that we use to blend everything out. I'm just going to use that to blend the outer edges, and I'm just going to try and wipe that away as much as possible, and then blend out the harsh line that I just made. Then I'm just going to pack on more of that dark purpley colour. Then going in with that brush that we used the other purpley shade on, and I'm going to use some of that to blend that darker colour, that darker purple that we put on. So I've completely forgot to get a angled brush to use the black with, so I'm just going to use this little flat brush here, and I'm going to take this shade. I don't think it's a black, but it's, oh, it is black. So I'm going to use literally just the very tip of the brush, and I'm going to be starting off right in here, and I'm just going to slowly build it up so that I don't end up with a lot of product on the eye and then it being too hard to blend out. And I'm going to try and make them like roughly the same angle. So I'm going to go back in with that brush that we used the lighter purple on, and I'm just going to use it to help diffuse that line out. I'm going to take a mixture of the two purples just to help with blending. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of work, so I will be right back once I finish blending this out. So I've just blended that out some more, and I'm just going to go underneath it with a cotton pad and some cleanser, and I'm just going to use this just to clean it up and make it look sharp, and the exact same on this side. And I'm going to do this side very slowly so that I don't make them uneven. So I have just taken this side too far up and now it looks stupid, so I'm going to attempt. If this does not go well, then I'm just going to make this side as high as that one. So I'm going to go back in with that black and try and blend it to bring it back down, to bring the angle back down. So I'm going to go back in and clean it up again. This is probably the thing that I struggle with the most, is making them look even. So I think that looks all right, but you can just see like the difference because I added more black onto it. So I'm just going to go back in with the brush that we used, the darkest, not the darkest, the darker purple one, and use this to try and help blend it out a bit more. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more black on this side to try and even them up a little bit more. And then if I do bring any filler down this time, I'm just going to use my concealer to clean that up. So that will do it for the eyes now. I will come back to them after I finish doing my face. So for primer, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Baby Skin primer, and my light is very bright, and I'm going to be using this just on this bit here, because that is the only bit of my face that you can see my pores on, and I've never actually used this before, so maybe try some on my nose as well. It does feel very soft, so it has kind of erased my pores actually, so that's quite good. So now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Luminizing Primer, and I have been really liking this lately, and it, as I said in my review for it, it does feel quite oily going on the skin, but it did sit really nice and it didn't wear off that much either. And I don't know if, I don't think it was just the combination like of this with the Infallible foundation. I don't know why I done that there, because I used this underneath the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and it still looked really nice underneath that as well. So I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick, and I done the review on this the other day as well, and I just thought I would try it out again. Actually, I'm going to do like one side first and then blend it out, but this time to blend it I'm going to use a denser brush. I'd probably use this for like powder, but I'm going to use it to blend the foundation out, and that is blending it out so much easier than that other brush that I was using in my review. So I would just use like, it's not really that much denser, it's just like it's not as flexible. It's the only word that I can think of right now. But that does look very nice. I think that should be enough. I am using a lot more than what I used in my review, but it honestly didn't cake up or crease that badly, so I feel like by putting more on it won't really like make it that bad either. And I am sorry if you can hear all the cars going past outside. I know it can be annoying, especially since I need to listen to it every day. So I definitely like this foundation like better second time round. I know I liked it the first time that I tried it, but I like it even more now because I'm actually blending it out better, and it is still sitting on my face very nicely. So I'm going to go in with concealer now, and I'm just going to use the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 05 that I used to carve out my eyebrows. And I'm just going to go carefully underneath the eyeshadow. And I'm also going to bring this up the side of my nose just to like anti-contour, if that's what you would call it. I think I'm going to miss like highlighting my forehead today, and just going to blend this out with my finger. I used far too much on my chin. So before I set my makeup, I'm going to use the cream highlighter and the sleek Solstice palette, and I'm just going to use this to highlight, obviously. Then I'm just going to go in with the brush that I used to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm just going to use this to go underneath it to clean it up again. So I'm just going to set my face with that NYX, is it NYX or is it NYX? I always go to say it and I'm like, what way do I say it? So I'm going to use my usual Makeup Revolution Renaissance Glow palette for contour. And I'm just going to contour it the way that I normally do. So in my testing the L'Oreal foundation, I said that it was like a light to medium coverage, but this time, now that I've put like more on it, it is definitely more on the full coverage side of it, because it has actually covered like most of my freckles on my nose. Then for bronzer, I've got a new product. Well, I don't actually know if it's new, it's just new to me. It's the Nip and Fab contour palette, and these are what the shades look like. This is the lightest shade that you can get, and I wouldn't say any of them were contouring. They're all far too warm toned for my skin, so I think I'm going to go in with this one. It's the least warm tone one, and I'm going to use that. See how this bronzes up my skin. And then if it doesn't look too bad, I think I might go in with one of the darker colours. And just a wee update on these eBay brushes. I do really like them, like I basically use them every single day. So that has bronzed up my skin really nicely. I do actually really like that bronzer. It is really nice. So now for highlight, I was going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Ice Kiss, but I think I'm going to go in with the Sleek palette instead, because I've not used the highlight in this in ages. So I'm going to go in with the pink shade, and oh, I forgot how blinding this highlight was. Like, oh, that just looks amazing. So now that the highlight's done, I'm going to go back in with the bronzer brush, and I'm just going to take it like underneath the highlight, just to bring the bronzer slightly higher up, so it is acting kind of like a blush, but it's also to blend out the highlight a bit more, so it's not like a really harsh line. So one of my lights just ran out of battery, and I thought I would be smart and do my mascara and eyelashes while I was charging it, and then realised that I never done eyeshadow on my lid, but I actually quite like it the way that it's just all faded out, so I'm going to just keep it like that. And I did use the Eyelure number 117, or is it 117, and this is just what the box looks like, and these are the lashes on. I did try and blend that side out more, and it's not really blended out the best, but we're just going to roll with it. So this is what the eye looks like with the eyelashes done. So for the lower lash line, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm going to use this little fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to use the first shade that we used in our crease, and I'm going to use that to blend it along my lower lash line. And I did get mascara there and on the end of my nose, so I'm waiting until that dries before I pick it off. I was going to say blend it out. So I am bringing this shade down quite a wee bit because next I'm going to go in with this brush here that we used for the darker purple, and I'm going to pick up the lighter one and I'm going to put this on my, going to try and keep this as close to my lower lash line as possible. So I know that my lighting and everything isn't the best, but I am working on getting new lighting, a new camera and everything like that, so I'm hoping that soon the quality of my videos will be a lot better, because I know they're not the best right now, and this eyelash feels extremely weird. I don't think I've put it on right. So I think I'm just going to leave my lower lash line like that. I don't want nothing too intense, and I'm quite liking the way that that looks. So I'm just going to use my spoolie and I'm just going to scratch at that eyeshadow mascara just to take it off, and then dab and pat underneath it, over it. Now I'm going to take, do I have a clean brush? No, I don't. So I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to take this shimmer shade here, and I'm going to use my pinky. I'm going to put this on the inner corners just to really brighten the area up. I think I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss Highlight in Ice Kiss, and I'm going to put this on my inner corners. These highlights are so pigmented and they're so good. I think they're £5 and they're just so nice. Just going to put this on my brow bone as well. Then second last, I'm going to go in with setting spray, and I'm using my usual Rimmel Instafix setting spray. And I don't have my sponge with me, so I won't be pressing this into my skin. So last for lips, I got the L'Oreal lip paint kit, and I got it in the shade Nude on Flake. This is what the box looks like, and then it comes with the lip liner and the liquid lipstick, but this looks like completely different from the packaging. Like, this looks a lot more orange than what the packaging does, so that is a swatch of it there just underneath that black eyeshadow, and it is a lot more warm toned than what the box looks like. Do a little swatch of the lip liner as well. So it is a lot more warm toned than what I thought it was going to be, but I think it will still go with the this look. So I'm just going to go in with the lip liner first. So that is the lip liner applied, and it does feel very creamy. It's not as like warm toned on my lips as what I thought it was going to be, but I do actually really like that. So I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick. Oh, look at the doe foot on that. It fits nicely like around my bottom lip. It feels very nice going on the lips, and this makes it actually quite easier. So I'm just going to wait until the liquid lipstick dries, and then I will be back to show you the finished look. So while I was waiting for the liquid lipstick to dry, I realised that I don't have any mascara on my lower lash lines. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and honestly this is my new favourite mascara. I absolutely love it, but not when I do that. So I've been waiting for about 5 minutes for the liquid lipstick to set, but it hasn't like dried down. That's the word, dried down. It hasn't dried down. It is still like moving about in that, but it has went matte. It is slightly got like a bit of shine to it, so I don't know if I just need to wait longer. So this is the finished makeup look and I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys like it too, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!